And good morning, fellow travelers, here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Whew, was not at the studios, was here actually last week. But earlier this week, I decided to go to Epcot. And that'll be in the video right before this one. Rainy day, poured. Would have been interesting though had I been here yesterday. On my way home from work, oh my God, it poured. Like, I had to do like 25 on the highway instead of my regular speed because of how bad it rained. Traffic was really slow, minus a couple of people, of course, trying to speed through weather like that. But yeah, no, that would have been interesting being here in the parks with the rain like that. But today I'm gonna try and do Rock and Roller Coaster first, get that out of the way, and probably Rise of the Resistance after. So since I'm trying to do Rock and Roller Coaster first thing, no Starbucks yet. Just a little bit. As soon as I'm done with that. And when I come out of that, depending on how long the line for Tower Terror is, I might jump right on that. So, we'll see. I wonder if single rider is worth it this early. I hear later in the day it's not because you end up waiting about the same, but I don't know. I try it. So I think you bypass the pre-show, like most single rider lines. Actually, no. All right, so you actually do get to see the pre-show, and then head over here. That was fast. Kind of liked it. So not bad. I guess if you do it early in the morning after the park opens, single rider line does move fast. If you do it later in the day, I hear that it's like just the same amount of wait. So far so good. Wow, so this is the old photo purchasing spot, which has now turned into a waiting area. You can see the old printers there. So since everything's digital now, it's like, why pay people to stand here? So that was fun. Yeah, definitely the single rider, it does take a little longer. I noticed, I don't know why. Maybe it's just people here travel in more even numbers than odd, but I mean, for being the morning, it still moved fast. It still waited less than waiting on the regular line, so definitely worth it. I can see later on though, because of the way they do put you in through the pre-show, why the wait would later on be the same as if you just stand on the standby line. But if you're here first thing in the morning and don't want to wait 35 minutes, that's the wait it was, you'll get in 10. It was definitely, yeah, I hadn't done this in a while, so that was fun. I'll never get tired of saying how nice it is to be able to see the theater without a Sorcerer Mickey hat right in front. Oh, so just walked through Toy Story Land onto Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So I'm gonna try and see if they're doing the single rider today, and do that, because I really can skip the pre-show. All right, so that's usually where the single rider was right here, and they're not here. So I'm guessing the test is over. Uh, I really like that. So they might come out later. I think it still might be a little too early. But yeah, I liked it. All right, so that's a total bust right there for Rise of the Resistance. They're not doing the single rider today. Again, it was just a test. They were trying it out, see how it worked, see if people liked it or not. I guess the reviews on that were kind of mixed. I personally enjoyed it because right now the wait time, the standby line for Rise is 65 minutes, opposed to how quickly I got onto the attraction with single rider, 5 minutes. To me, that's worth bypassing the pre-show. Oh, wow, Goofy and Max out at the same time. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is one thing a lot of people forget, that when the studios opened, it was an actual production studio. So they had celebrities do their hand and footprints, just like in Hollywood. And you have a lot of celebrities. Look at that. Angela Lansbury. Harrison Ford. You'll be surprised. You'll find some here that not recent, but I mean how much into the 2000s some of these handprints got. Not a lot, but they're, if you look for them, they're there. Yeah, so next time you're at Disney Hollywood Studios, look at that, Roger Rabbit. If you're here, stop by and check these out. All right, so to give a little bit of perspective of what this used to be the animation building. And actually the animation building itself, the actual animation building, is back there. I got to work in there when I did PhotoPass quality control. And that's where a lot of Disney animated features were made. Brother Bear, Lilo and Stitch, I think Beauty and the Beast, a lot of stuff got animated back there. And this used to be the walkthrough tour that would actually, at some point in there, you would actually be able to see the artists working on the animation. And eventually it got turned into Star Wars Launch Bay. Before that, it was themed still for animation, and they did like drawing classes and stuff. But once Star Wars came in here, it's like just took over the whole thing. So very different from what this building used to house to what they do now. You know, the theming here inside is actually pretty cool. You can stop and have your picture taken, you know, but it's mostly meet and greets for characters. You want to meet Darth Vader? You can go in there. Haha. Ooh, so back in the day when I used to work here in there, if I went on a break and I wanted to come inside the park, I would come around this way and come in over through here. Of course, remove my badge and my name tag. And that's the parking structure for the animation building back there. That's where I used to park at first. Then they made us park way across because some of the higher ups here complained about it. Even though the building was almost empty every day. Because they're like, oh no, if we have VIPs come in, they got to park there. Yeah, they had like 1 or 2 people that were VIPs that would come in every once in a while, but they made us park all the way across the other side of the park, and we had to walk across stage to get here to work. So that was a dick move. Whoever complained about that, total dick move. All right, so this is something that's like counterproductive. They release these and they're interactive with your Magic Bands, Magic Band Plus. And they play music when you do that, or they say things. The problem is you hear the background music, you can barely hear the interaction with these. Like, Really, placement. They didn't think about it. Whew. So I was thinking about hitting Magic Kingdom after here. Um, but I've been doing Magic Kingdom quite a bit. I think I actually gonna go to Epcot and enjoy the rest of the day there before heading home. It's a shame too, because I'm giving up a very good parking spot here. I parked like really close, but yeah, kind of wanna go to Epcot. Yeah, I was debating whether to take the bus there to Epcot and then back instead of driving, but I much rather drive. That way I can just head straight home once I'm done there. Yeah, Studios, nice place. So when I lived here back in the day, and I worked here, I worked at technically three places at the Boardwalk one night. And then I went to get recasted because the job description and the actual job I was being trained for, not the same. So then I worked at Mama Melrose's as a seater, and I moved back to California. A couple of years later, came back here, and then I worked at Magic Kingdom, and I started off in costuming, and I didn't quite like that, so I was gonna write my time out there before I could transfer to another department, and then I met Johnny, the manager for entertainment costuming parades, and he scheduled me for Spectrum Magic for a week. That kind of did it for me. I was like, you know what? If you keep me in parades, I am good. Again, I have a lot of history at Disney. Some bad, not a lot of it, but some. But the good always overshadows the bad. I made a lot of friends. It was just great. And then after there, I took a year off. I went seasonal. I worked in IT for Publix during that year, going all over the state of Florida, updating the registers from the old checkout system to the new point of sale. So that was a whole year just traveling, and it was good. And then I came back and I worked at Studios again as PhotoPass Quality Assurance. It was called Global Support. I don't know why they called it that, but it was basically quality assurance for PhotoPass. So here's Lucy, and on to Epcot. So check out the clouds here at Epcot. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get wet again. Soaked, perhaps. I don't know. We'll find out. So here I am at Epcot, and it's starting to drizzle. You can hear the thunder in the distance. It's not that close yet, but it's drizzling, so any moment now it's going to start downpouring. Maybe like last Tuesday. Here we go, and I just barely hit to stop recording and it's starting to come down. Not heavy, but it is raining now.
Yes, I heard
you. So right there, definitely a good place to refill if you have a water bottle with you. You can go to the fountain drink dispenser and just get water. Don't try and get something else, don't ruin it for everybody. But if you just need water, you can refill your water right there. It's pretty simple, nice and cold, and it tastes better than the fountain waters anywhere around the park. So yeah, earlier we had a little rain, just quick little shower. It stopped almost immediately, and it cleared up. But now the wind's picking up, so we might get another one. So I don't know. I did the virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy, but I got a really high number, 133, and they're loading like 50 to 56 right now. That means very likely it broke down earlier, so they're really backed up. Probably won't be around for when they call my number, and that's fine. I'll just do what I can and head home. Enjoy the rest of the day. Watch a movie once Nancy gets home. Maybe the Goonies. I don't know. And definitely getting used to Beverly. Really like it now. So as of late, the only reason the Odyssey closes is if they're doing some work in there. Like the last time it closed, it was because they were remodeling the bathrooms and they were modifying the area over here as a temporary Disney Vacation Club lounge. So they must be setting something up right now. Otherwise they wouldn't close, especially on a Saturday. And it's actually busy. So walking away from the Odyssey, actually a family was trying to get in, and the dad was really pissed off that it's closed. I guess they were thinking of getting in there, but if they were going to the Disney Vacation Club lounge, I mean, if this one's closed, that means the one at Journey into Imagination is already open again. So why not go there? By the way, that's up there. That's where the current Disney Vacation Club lounge is. Oh, so a new area to get margaritas here in Mexico. All right, so I'm here in the German Pavilion in Epcot, and just for people who didn't know, this has been all over the internet. It's been proven it was true. I just wanted, for those of you who are watching my channel who didn't know, see that little wall in the back in there? That was going to be the entrance to an attraction about Germany until it got scrapped. So the whole area right there, basically, the construction they did have, they ended up closing it up and ended up being storage area primarily, which, you know, it made sense, makes use of the space that was being built there. But yeah, originally there was going to be a boat ride there. Yeah. All right, and the pavilion right next to Germany, Italy, this too. Now, I recently found this out, and I still have not been able to confirm it. I haven't seen a lot on it, but I heard, I read, I seen on videos that originally they were gonna have a ride here with gondolas. Gondolas, is that what they're called? The little rafts that they do around there. But of course, the only part that kind of resembles that they added is here. But that was actually going to be back there. I don't know. Like I said, I cannot definitely confirm nor deny that. But I'll look online a little further and see if there were any signs of that were here from when it was scrapped, if it's true. Here we are in Japan at Epcot. Another attraction that was going to be built here that never came to fruition is back there. So only the facade, the front was ever constructed. There was going to be a big old building in the back. It was going to be an indoor dark roller coaster themed around Mount Fuji, and that too, budget cuts or whatever reason, ended up not happening. So yeah, it's a shame. That would have been good. Imagine, that would have been a roller coaster predating Guardians of the Galaxy here at Epcot, and it would have been a Japan roller coaster predating Japan roller coaster themed around a volcano predating Journey to the Center of the Earth at Tokyo Disney Sea. That would have been cool. And here we go, France. A lot of people might not realize, but France is the only country at World Showcase that has had a significant major expansion since it opened. And that's because of Ratatouille. And that added a whole section behind the already existing pavilion to house the attraction. But it did more than that. It looks really nice back there. I'll save that for another video. I kind of want to get to the front of the park, but yeah, it's the only country at World Showcase to have a major expansion like that. Now, I know some people might say, hey, but Mexico had an expansion. Actually, it didn't. It wasn't an expansion. It was an area already existing there. All they did was add to the already existing area. They modified the eating area outside, and then they created another restaurant. So it's not just a restaurant inside, but the one outside as well. But that's it. It wasn't an expansion. It didn't add to the land. It was just a building they built and modified the outside seating. So for anyone wondering where the Walt statue is here at Epcot, it's right there, smack in the center. I see it empty a lot. Not a lot of people even know it's there. And half the time, there's not even PhotoPass photographers there at all. So unless someone told you where it is, it's like most people wouldn't find it. I found it by pure chance one time, but that's where it is. And there's a close-up of Walt right there. So it's right behind the VIP lounge from Spaceship Earth. Right there. God, just how massive this is. There's a whole attraction in there. All right, this is how attendance is compared to when I was here on Tuesday. It was a walk-on when I got here on Tuesday. Today, there's a bit of a line. I think also because the wind's picking up, a lot of people think it's going to start raining. Probably is. So they're getting in line to stay dry. Hopefully by the time they get out, the rain will stop. But yeah, let's see what the wait time. 25 minutes, that's not bad. Definitely compared to other attractions here. You know, Ratatouille usually runs up there. So, and Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't have a standby line. It's either virtual queue or lightning lane. So you either pay for it or you wake up early to try and get a virtual queue. So I just took a picture like this with all of Spaceship Earth and the fountain behind me because other times I've been here, so many people there, I can't even get in to get that picture there. So, when I head home, it was a nice fun day. I got to do Rock and Roller Coaster, which I hadn't done in a while. And that alone is worth it. There was no single rider for Rise of the Resistance. So I'm wondering if they're going to implement that or if the testing for it is done and it's a done deal. So next time, maybe it'll be there. Okay, everyone, so definitely want to bring videos of not just Disney. The reason I'm doing Disney right now is because I have an annual pass, and on Saturdays is the closest thing to go to. Nancy works, and Sundays is the only time we have together that we both don't work. And we just kind of want to spend it together and not really drive somewhere, then come back tired and have to go to work on Monday. But as our schedules change, we're going to adapt to that. We have some time off coming up because our anniversary is right around the corner. 1 year of being married to that wonderful, beautiful girl. And we already have reservations to do something. And we're definitely going to bring that and show you guys. Because, you know, we're not traveling far, but we're kind of sort of traveling there. There goes the tram.
Please remain seated facing both windows. Ensure that wait for the train to take hold before you stop. When it does, caution you on the driver's right hand side.
Now where I parked is easy to remember because I'm right where the sign is. The Dory sign right there. So I didn't have to walk all the way to the end to figure out which row it was in, because the number is right there, Dory 407. Haha. And that's it for today. Not as hot as other days, but it was fun. I only got to do one attraction, and that's okay. It was the one I've been wanting to do for a while, and it was a quick get on, a short single rider line, and really enjoyed it. So, all right, time to get home, and see you next time.